Gentlemen, just once again, you just can't keep away from Gordon Freeman. He's such a magnetic, polarizing player that you just have to keep coming back. And so we are back. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but this is presumably how he's perceived in the organization, and needless to say, he's second behind the actual MLB right fielder, and I mean, why not? I mean, Gordon Freeman is just you're a placeholder, Mr. Fold. Get ready to be ousted, but until then, we've got some hook action once again. I just love these hooks. They're just so interesting and so fun to play.
Here's the pitch from Beckett. Call strike three and a no-hitter.
It looks like Josh Beckett got a no-hitter for the Dodgers at least a couple of years ago. Haven't heard much of Josh Beckett recently. Primarily because he's not Gordon Freeman, so it's really not important. So Gordon Freeman's been coming back from this injury, and he's been outstanding. I mean, there's no real word for it. There's no two bones about it. He's been the best player in AA. Now the question is just when exactly will he be called up? So we're going to try and get that accomplished here.
Matt Vasgersian back with the minor league pregame show, counting you down to AA Texas League Baseball with tonight's version of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Gordon Freeman is highlighted here.
You're damn right he is.
A higher spot in the order than normal. I'm sure his manager will be watching
so
to see how he
higher.
responds
This
to
is
a
good
few
news.
extra at-bats per
You just
week.
look at those stats, though. I mean,
it's one thing to bat higher in the order, and then quite another thing to show that you can handle it up there.
Well, this is Gordon Freeman. He can bat wherever he wants. They could invent a new spot in the order just for him.
He's been putting together some real
We call it the Freeman position.
and that's what you have to have.
It basically means you can play wherever the hell you want and just produce.
Has any impact on this game?
All right,
Only a certain amount of, few key people and become accomplished in the Freeman position, and naturally the namesake is one of them. The Rockhounds are somehow stumbling their way to an above 500 record. They absolutely rallied behind Gordon Freeman when he was injured for 2 months. Of course, Gordon Freeman, as part of his rehab, took on a managerial role with the team, which really gave them the leg up over their competition, that they could still get the advice and the training from Freeman even when he was down and not playing personally. So that was a big boost for them. And now that he's actually back in the lineup, I mean, it's just, the sky's the limit for this team. Aaron West, and I think Gordon Freeman can handle him. Batting cleanup now. It's basically Gordon Freeman's best spot. There we go. And just look at those numbers, bearing in mind he missed about 64 days of action. Alright, so slider and a change-up. So this is going to be quite easy.
Now the first pitch. This is hit
Well,
down
just
the
a
right
little
field
bit late,
line,
Gordon.
but it's going to get out of play for strike one.
First swing, you know, you gotta get the timing right, you gotta get a feel for how he's throwing the pitch, so that's fine. Oh, there's my phone again. I'm so popular these days. Well, that's just ball one, that's just an easy layoff.
EK, we take a look at the home nine as they take the field here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
That last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark.
So
they can actually reach 500.
I mean, there's no point beating around the bush. I mean, we're getting on base here. It's just a matter of waiting this guy out. Are you kidding me? That's a strike. Are you kidding me? I mean, if you really want to call that a strike, I mean, you're more than welcome to, but you got to remember that making an enemy out of Gordon Freeman this early in his career is just going to be a detriment to your own.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. I mean, that looked like a sweet hit. It was right down the heart of the plate.
No run, no hit, no errors, and a runner left. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score.
I just can't believe it. I mean, that's just wrong. I mean, it hit a pitch that well, and yet somehow it just
will start things off in the bottom
is
of the
magnetically attracted to the shortstop's glove. I mean, I don't really know what more you can do with that.
Taken the other way, but this should be routine out
And
there
it
in
will
right
indeed be
field.
routine.
Freeman
Easy.
has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1.
Poor reaction. Not exactly sure what game you were watching. Gordon Freeman doesn't react poorly in the outfield.
Jay Davis will stand in, hoping for a reversal of fortune here as he's seen that average drop.
Well, that number's about to go
precipitously
down,
these
sir,
past
because
10
Gordon
games.
Freeman is sitting pretty in right field. And we all know he's the premier defensive right fielder in all of minor league baseball. So I think you're in a little bit of trouble here.
Now here's a ball hit
You
sharply
got
toward
lucky.
the right side. Base hit.
I mean, that's really the only way to avoid Gordon Freeman out in right field is to hit the ball at the second baseman and hope he doesn't get it. And our second baseman is average at best, so
string a few of these together and get back into some kind of rhythm at the plate.
Number 12 will get his first shot here.
Heineman.
Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
I don't really believe you bring much to this team, Heineman. Certainly nothing that's going to trouble Gordon Freeman. I mean, might as well just
Now
read
here's
the
the
latest
pitch.
crime thriller out in right
Out
field
in
for
front
all
as
the
he lifts a
trouble you're
fly
going to
ball out
cause
toward
him.
right field. Freeman is
Easy.
there, 1 away.
I don't think
And
we.
you know,
I don't think I could
pitching's
have.
a lot
I don't think
more
Gordon
than
Freeman could have
just
fielded that
velocity.
better if he threw
This
it to
guy,
himself.
He's living proof. If you hit your spot, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
No one's saying you can't do it. It's just certain players like Gordon Freeman, that's just not going to work. You need to have some
Number
heat,
6
and even then,
will
it's
stand
just
in. He
futile.
singled
It's
to lead off
delaying
the
the
home
inevitable.
first.
All right, some more fielding. I mean, this really should be no problem. It's basic stuff, and that's just, I mean, we're right under that one. Easy again. Okay, reaction. Not exactly what. Sure, what more you want.
To get on the board here goes for naught. 3 innings in the books. Still no score on the show.
Well, I mean, well now this is just this is all preamble. I mean, this is, I mean, the fielding is nice, but what everyone paid to see is that Gordon Freeman see Gordon Freeman swing the bat. So let's give them what they want. No one on base, however, so we're going to be limited to just 1 run here. That's no problem. Alright, so he still hasn't learned a new pitch in the last 20 minutes. Well, that was just wicked spin on that ball. I mean, that started out gunning right for Gordon's head, and he was going to take it like a man, but there was some form of perverted spin on that ball, which took it right back over the plate, which Gordon was just not expecting. That's my phone again. And there it is. Alright then. So that's ball 1 now. I'm expecting ball 2 here.
The 1-1.
And there it is. I can read him like a book.
And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good
It's not so much Gordon Freeman working into a good hitter's count. It's more the pitcher is just so afraid that he just can't hit his spots. He's just so intimidated by Gordon Freeman. Are you kidding me? That came back over? There is no way he can throw a slider that good. There is no way that was even possible. That was some Newtonian physics-altering stuff right there. Well, now we're just in protective mode. Didn't help that pitch was as slow as a turtle making its way to home plate, so we weren't able to do anything with it. Hasn't thrown a changeup yet.
Here comes a 2-2. 2-2 pitch pulled on the ground down to third.
Well, looks like the third baseman is, luckily for him, he was just standing right where he needed to be. Because Gordon Freeman was able to put good wood on that.
By the time you realize
realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Well, I will be implying that Gordon Freeman got fooled on a pitch. Gordon Freeman does not get fooled by any pitcher.
Dig in. He reached on an error his first time.
Alright, some more orgasmic fielding from Gordon Freeman here.
And he gets under this one and in fact breaks his bat.
Oh my god, that actually fell in for a single. I don't believe it. And the second baseman just stood there, hands in his pockets, not even trying to cover first.
He gets a little fortunate here to beat this one out, but he's going to take it. And that gives his guys a shot here with 2 outs.
Not quite sure what happened there, but doesn't matter. I know Gordon Freeman's back again.
Freeman will stand in
18 RBI. He would be leading the team if he'd not been injured. He wouldn't even be in AA, otherwise he'd be in AAA by now. Alright, so we're going to battle this guy again. He has not proven himself up to the task so far of handling Gordon Freeman. And pitches like that are just not going to get you where you need to be. I mean, as dangerous as it sounds, the only way is to try and attack Gordon Freeman. That's the only way you're even going to think about getting him out.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul
that slider just dipped right at the last moment. Gordon Freeman, however, the ultimate professional, still able to make contact with it.
Here's the 1-1.
Well, I mean, again, that's just some wicked late movement that clearly is due to the gusts of wind in this field, because there's no way this pitcher can be throwing a slider that well.
Here's the 1-2.
Well, I mean, really, you really think you're going to fool Gordon Freeman?
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away, so as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that.
Well, it's a 2-2 count, so what are you going to do? The ball is in your court, my friend. And you were not up to the challenge. Unfortunately, Gordon Freeman hit it too hard, and so we're only going to get into second here. I mean, that's still pretty good, but Gordon Freeman is just, he hit the ball too hard. A little bit softer, and we're standing pretty at third base, but I mean, Gordon Freeman can't do it all for you. So, it's up to Nunez now. Now remember the tenets of Freeman. Patience, don't swing at bad pitches. Well, I'm not exactly sure what part of the plate that caught. Clearly the umpire had a massive drinking session before the game started. It's the only way you could possibly think that was strike one. Or whatever, you know, you gotta overcome adversity to succeed in baseball. You also gotta have some smarts. Now that was just a made-to-order fastball. I mean, that was just an RBI waiting to happen. He just didn't swing. Wow. What can you do now? Down 0-2. Well, that was just abysmal. I mean, that pitch is so out of the zone that not even this umpire could call it a strike, and you're still chasing it. I don't understand why you're even batting after Gordon Freeman. We need someone who can actually drive him in. Unfortunately, the only person capable of driving in Gordon Freeman is Gordon Freeman. Catch 22, I suppose.
Will stand in to lead off the
There's still one up now, so that's always good
4, 5,
news.
and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
Well, believe me, now that Gordon Freeman has the pitcher's number, that run total's going to go up. Fortunately, there's no one on base, so sinker, slider, change up.
This is foul right side.
I'm just not exactly sure what happened there. I mean, Gordon Freeman made solid contact with it, but clearly the ball just did not want to cooperate. Well, doesn't matter because that ball does want to cooperate. No, I was thinking of double, but no. I mean, the second baseman made an absolute fool of himself, but the shortstop was still there, so...
I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody.
If anything, a 2-hit ball game is really below expectations. Gordon Freeman really should be just hitting everything he sees right now. But, you know, it's tough coming back from the injury. You got to make your way slowly. Now, unfortunately, Nunez is up, but with Gordon Freeman's speed, now, Mr. Pitcher, I don't know what your name is, and quite frankly, I don't care. You're not important enough to see that base. That's Gordon Freeman's base. His name is all over it. He owns the base, and he's going to take the base. He just hasn't decided when he's going to take the base. But the base is his, so you might as well just let it go and try and get Nunez out. Just let me tell you, you're not saving this base. This base slept with Gordon Freeman's wife, and Gordon Freeman has a score to settle with this base.
2-0 now. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye.
Gordon Freeman is just giving that base a look of contempt right now. A look that says, I'm stealing this base, and there's not a damn thing anyone that's going to do about it.
From the stretch.
Miraculously, Nunez has worked his way into a hitter's count, so maybe Gordon Freeman won't even have to steal the base, might be able to just waltz over and take it.
One thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, when you tend to get hurt.
So, what have you got now, Mr. Pitcher? You need to make a good pitch here. Well, just ahead of that pitch. That's just bad batting. You gotta be, you gotta be on it.
Here now the 2-2. And this
3-2, full count. All of this because of Gordon Freeman's presence at first.
Swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be
He knew that Gordon Freeman had his eye on that base, and he was trying to stay ahead and protect, and now he's found himself down.
Full count offering on its way. Oh, it's on
wow.
The ground to second. Did he get
I don't believe it. Let's kill him. No. He was able to dodge out of the way of the missile torpedo that was Gordon Freeman, but that's just bad hitting.
Great thing about having a good sinker, and it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it
I mean, this is just all the difficult
here.
work that Gordon Freeman did to get on base and then intimidate the pitcher. And then it's just all for naught when you ground into that double play. At least we won the game. Good things happen when Gordon Freeman's hitting, and when it's Gordon Freeman not hitting. Realistically speaking. I mean, yeah, the pitcher gets the man of the match, but I mean, really, Gordon Freeman was in their heads all night long. You have a fielding training session. Well, nuts to that. We don't need that. Now, when you say training, you mean Gordon Freeman is teaching the rest of them how to field the position. I can only assume that is what you mean. Gordon Freeman is not only the only one, he's the only one hitting above 300 on this team right now. Hey, Danny, what's his face on the other team? He was on our team. What happened to him? I mean, not that I care, but... So we're going up against the Cardinals today, which is just an easy win in my book. These Cardinals think they're going to challenge to Gordon Freeman.
Central region of the United States and a stop here in the Texas League. It's the opener of this three-game series between the Springfield Cardinals and the Midland Rockhounds. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener.
You know, I'm so popular and stuff. So I don't foresee these Cardinals being any form of problem. There's my phone again.
Pitchers as you see how they stack up right there.
Hold on, I'm just being really social right now. That cheer can only mean one thing. It's time for Gordon Freeman to do his stuff. And indeed it is.
Gordon Freeman will stand in now.
Well, 421 batting average is just par for the course.
10 ball games.
Not even a 2-month injury can derail his hot streak. Look, the entire zone is red right now. Slider and changeup are going off speed. This guy's in trouble. Well, that somehow wormed its way back to the plate. I'm not sure how that happened, but it's strike one. These are just the calls you have to live with. I challenge him to make that pitch twice in a row, however. I don't think he's got the talent to do it. I didn't think so. And that's an RBI right there. If this guy's got any form of speed at all.
Around third and being waved on home.
And
Now
Indeed
the
he
relay
does.
home.
Oh, there it is.
And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a
Gordon
1-0
Freeman does it
lead.
again.
Matt Olson will get his first shot here, trying to come through with 2 away and a runner at third. First offering on the way. And this is hit hard to the right side.
Really, you're calling that out? I mean, that looked fair to me. I know you're in a better position, but I mean, the sun was in your eyes. Are you sure that wasn't fair? It looked like a fair ball. It looked like a good hit.
Missed low and inside with it.
It really should be 2-0 right now. Gordon Freeman once again standing in third base with an RBI triple. It's not the first RBI triple he's had this year, and it's certainly not going to be the last. But, there's my phone again.
Slider is right there, 83 on the gun. It's 1-2.
Hold on,
Now
let me.
there's a location you want right there. If that
That's
ball
strike
gets
2,
hit,
really.
you're just gonna bang it into the
That's
ground
my
all
phone
night
again. I almost believe for a second. I have a feeling you just lowered your strike zone for that one specific pitch. You just don't want Gordon Freeman home. You're just jealous of his talent because you, sir, are a failed ball player, and seeing the personification of perfection just standing 90 feet away from you, ready to score the second run of the game. You felt like, nah, I'm going to yank his trousers down and call this strike 2.
Here comes a 2-2. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
You know, that's a risk that looks like it's going to pay off because
Men on third
I mean,
with
it
2
seems like the
down.
guy at the plate, Matt Olson, I believe, is going to be able to do much here.
Here now the 2-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. You have to
Full
figure that
count
he's
now.
really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No
Now,
free
you know he's
ride.
probably not going to
Gotta
want to
make
walk you,
these
not this
guys
early
earn.
in the game, so now's your chance to take a pitch and do
Full count offering on
some
its
work.
way. Boy,
Nope.
really making him work now.
That's
The
not
7th
exactly
pitch
going to
of
get the
at-bat
job
is
done.
also
At least the
fouled away,
at-bat is
so
still
the count
happening,
will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
which is definitely an advantage.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a
Again.
high pop-up.
I mean, just popping up in that situation, you just can't be doing that. These are runs are going to be the premium, and you
So
need every
1
run they
run
can
on
get.
1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the top half
That's
of
just
inning
poor
number 2.
baseball.
The Rockhounds lead it 1-0.
Alright, it's time for some more
Vaughn
fielding.
Ryan will stand in here, looking to
You
keep
know,
the inning
Gordon
alive
Freeman
with
is
2
putting
gone
together
now in
his
the top of the 2nd. Bases are
a
empty here
series
with
of
2 men out.
instructional motivational videos on how to field
the
the ball
2-1
properly.
And
And,
this is hit well towards the hole. Throw to
And
first will get it
clearly
easily to
Mr.
the
Walt
side
was
as we
inspired by
Nothing
Gordon
doing
Freeman,
here
was able
this
to
half.
somehow make a
We'll
play
go to the
there.
bottom half of inning number 2.
But that series is
Rockhounds are
coming
in
out
front,
soon. The
1-0.
exact date is unknown. Gordon Freeman is able to iron out some of the details, but I'd say we're still gathering footage for it. Needless to say, we've got plenty of footage.
An RBI double to his credit the first
And
time
the mere
around.
inspiration of Gordon Freeman has led the Rockhounds to a 6-0 lead here. So let's see what this pitcher's going to do
Here's
now.
the first offering. Goes the other way
Well,
and sends it deep
that
down
was
the
just a
right
poor
field
pitch.
line.
Will it stay fair?
And he will get there
That-
to make
that
the running
didn't- that-
play, and
Did that
will
really
end
just
the inning.
crash and
So the
burn
yearly
right at
bat
the
around
last
here
minute?
is 8 men
It's heading
come
for
to the
home
plate
run
in
number
scoring 5.
6 or
We
7.
played 2
This
full.
is being
The
blasted
Rockhounds
into
lead
right
it
field.
6-0.
And yet the right fielder waves a magic wand and gets the ball to
Number
just
13 will come
stop on
forward
a
now to
dime
start
and
the
come right
inning,
back
and
to
with
him.
his guys down 6 in the early
Oh
going,
no, that's a
they're gonna
different
need to
guy.
put
We have
something
Kenny.
together here or risk being
That
blown
guy is
out.
Danny.
Yeah, and I think the
My
big thing
mistake.
here is
But
you've
I
gotta
don't
come
think
up with
I'm not
something.
worried. He's probably
Even
as
if it's
useless
just
as his
one
brother
run,
is.
you gotta let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're gonna fight them until the last out.
You might as well give up. I mean, just look at this specimen standing in right field.
Pitch on the way. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And the
All
third
right,
inning
then.
gets started with a bang. Home
Well, that was just a
run.
bad pitch. Now we supposedly have our first viewer. If that viewer is real, welcome to the world of Gordon Freeman. Prepare to be
A
awe-inspired.
solo shot here
with
to
a
straightaway
virtuoso
right field.
performance.
And they're on the board. It's 6-1.
Speaking of virtuoso, I cannot believe that pitcher threw that pitch and he allowed that to happen. And I mean, Gordon Freeman could have gone and gotten it, but he didn't want to injure anyone in the crowd, so he felt it'd be better to let it go.
Well, with the hole that they dug themselves here early in the ball game, it's definitely going to be a long road back. but we've seen stranger
But I
things
mean, that's
happen.
just a
Who
gimme
knows?
pitch right
Maybe
there.
we'll look back on this home run as the one shot
You
that
see
got
Gordon
the
Freeman
huge
just
comeback
desperately trying
started.
to keep the ball in the park. So now we're down to
Number
6-2, and they have 2
we'll
on
see
here.
if he can do it again. He homered his first time around.
So I mean, our pitcher just inviting trouble on the team right now. I mean, I know you've got Gordon Freeman, but you can't just sit out of the die and wait for him to wait for him to solve all your problems. I mean, he did there, but
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
well, every fly ball is easy when it's Gordon Freeman. All right, Gordon.
Freeman will stand in. He
So now
flew
we're down
out
to
his last time up.
6-4, which really is a... I mean, it's just a testament to how much this team needs Gordon Freeman.
First pitch coming. And he'll take
Well, I mean, Gordon
strike one
Freeman
on the
didn't really
fastball,
want to go
registering
after
at
that pitch. He
93
knows
that
he's going to
time.
get a better
And this
pitch
is
than that
a
one to
really
hit, so he's going to let
important
that
inning
one
for him
go.
right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if
Good
they
luck
can't
with
get
that
you
with
some
Gordon
more.
Freeman out here.
Now here it comes. 1-1.
That's what I like to see.
Looked like he hit the target.
That's the call going
Lay off,
Gordon's
but
way.
He made it pan out.
I'm not exactly sure what the commentators are complaining about. That is such an easy ball one. I mean, there's no discussion, really.
Bases
I
are
mean,
empty, one man
you know, it's ball one. I mean, look at it. It's nowhere near the strike zone. That's the right
1-1.
call.
And
That's
this
the
is
right
low,
call
ball
again.
2-1.
And that's really the
this is
pitcher's
something
fault. He
we've
knows
seen
he's
a lot
not getting the
from
low
him
calls, and he
recently.
just
He's
goes
worked his
ahead
way
and
into another
tries to
good
sink one
hitter's
in there
count.
again.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either.
So now you've
When
given
you're
Gordon
going
Freeman
good at the
the
plate,
green light to go for this
usually
pitch.
means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. When that happens, you'll find yourself
Well,
in this
Gordon
kind of
Freeman
count.
decided at the last minute that's not quite good enough. I can do better. So holds up.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Fastball
What?
at the knees, maybe even
Are you
below the
kidding?
knees, but it's strike 3
Strike
called, and
3?
there are 2 away.
Where's the
Offense,
consistency,
apparently
umpire?
not hard to come
You would
by tonight
consistently
if you
call
look
the
at our
low
line
ball
score through the first
outside of
half
the
of
strike
ball
zone,
game.
but you're going to
Both
call that
runs have
strike
been coming
3.
fast and
Well,
furious so far.
Gordon Freeman didn't realize you were going to flip-flop on your strike zone midway through the at-bat, otherwise we would have crushed that changeup.
Number 13
Wow.
will stride it again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's
You
flash
better
it back
believe
to the
that
third inning.
Gordon
This was
Freeman's going to
just
be writing a
solo shot,
strong
but it
letter
definitely helped get this
to
offense
MLB.
going.
In the meantime, we've got to deal with Danny DeKaiser again. I don't foresee a problem this time around. Unless, you know, our pitcher
here's the
throws him a
pitch.
home run pitch.
Out in front,
Which he
this is
really
in
did
the
his
air
best.
toward deep right field. And he'll pull
He
this
did his
one
best
down
to
a
try and
step or
throw him
two
that
in
pitch,
front of
but
the
Gordon
warning
Freeman
track,
was just
and
too
the
good at him
inning
right
is
field.
over. Nothing across here this half. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Rockhounds are out in front, 6-4.
So, Rockhound's still up. I mean, they're doing their best to try and blow this lead, but Gordon Freeman's just not letting them. It's still
Alex
6-4
Mejia
now.
will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Excuse me. No. Coach wants us to play shallow, so we're going to play shallow. It's not going to work, but Gordon Freeman's not going to be blamed for any mishaps here. This is going to be all on the coach when this ball
Now here's
ends
the
up
pitch.
as a double.
Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And a perfect
Now,
start to the 7th as this
I think
should
you'll
be
find that
extra
Gordon
bases.
Freeman knew that was going to happen,
Around second, he'll try for third.
and that's all because the
And
coach
he'll get
told us
there
to
as
play
he kicks
shallow.
off the 7th with
But
a
really,
leadoff
Gordon Freeman
triple.
can't be held responsible for what the coach decides. But that's on the coach right there. That was just poor
Down
management.
by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the bases, but that's good hustle there to get all the
It
way
was
to
a bad
third base
pitch,
on the
you know, he
triple.
scorched it, but
Now,
that's an
that'll
easy
bring the
fly
tying
out
run
of
to the
Gordon
plate.
Freeman's in his normal fielding position. But he's not. Coach dragged him too far away. At least he's able to
Now out
rob
of
the
dugout
inside the
comes
park
the
home
manager
run.
as he'll make his way towards the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for
It
his
didn't give up
starter
a
here
run
tonight.
that time, which is nice.
Gordon Freeman will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far.
Only 1 for 3. It's time to change that. Slider, splitter. Interesting.
Now here's the first pitch. And the first pitch here is pulled on the
Wow.
ground third. And a bit of
I mean, and very lucky that they get the out because Gordon Freeman's speed is really going to beat that out most times. But at the expense of a little bit of accuracy, just thought he's going to fire that pitch right in there. That was a very hittable pitch. Must have dipped at the last second. That's the only explanation as to why Gordon Freeman wasn't able to get better contact on it. So Danny's up again.
13 will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far.
I mean, he's inspired by some false confidence and bravado after that first home run. He hasn't done anything since. And that's going to continue here. And Gordon Freeman brought to move for that. It was a false sense of security that Gordon Freeman instilled on him by not robbing the home run earlier. At least Fidel is getting a go around today. And that's the game. Rockhounds take the win, inspired by Gordon Freeman. I mean, he's just doing superb fielding, robbing runs left and right. And really saving that inside the park home run at the end was really the turning point. I mean, the coach had tried his best to give the other team a free run, but Gordon Freeman wasn't having any of it. Now we've gotten Dustin Garneau for that mode that I'm never ever playing. It's always nice. Alright. I'm still waiting for Gordon to be called up. It should happen any day now. I mean, he's just absolutely demolishing every other player on the team. And on the other team for that matter. He's the only player in this game hitting above 300. It's raining.
MLB The Show's tour of the minors takes us to the south central region of the United States and a stop here
not gonna lie, I was not
Texas
expecting
League.
rain in Texas,
Here it's
but
the second of this 3-game set.
Gordon Freeman
between
can't
the
control the
Springfield
weather yet,
Cardinals
so
and the Midland Rockhounds. And with first pitch just moments away, here's a look at today's starting lineup.
I mean, all we really need to know is that Gordon Freeman's in the starting lineup, and that really settles the game before it's even begun.
And let's also get a brief look at our two
As
starting
long as our
pitchers
pitching is
just
at
to
least
see how
average,
they
we
stack
should be
up
alright.
there.
Another bright and sunny day. At least in the mind of Gordon Freeman, every day is a sunny day.
Number 11 will take his cuts now.
And another McElroy, no problem. I don't really think he realizes who's out in right field, but he's going to realize in a moment.
3-2 pitch. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to deep right field. Freeman
That's just
back in
perfect
plenty of time
positioning.
to put this away,
Solid
however,
fundamental
and there are
baseball
2
right
gone.
there. The only bad thing about having Gordon Freeman in right field is it gives the pitchers a little bit more freedom to go after guys high in the zone, which leads to a lot of home runs. That's on the pitchers. There's nothing Gordon Freeman can do about that. Alright, so he's throwing slider and a changeup.
Now the first pitch. Oh, he leaves the
Oh my
fastball
god,
there in the
did you
sneak
really
in
throw that
location.
pitch?
He is gonna pay for it.
He
Here
did
is
throw
it.
that
Oh,
pitch.
it's
That's an easy home run.
a home run.
What Gordon Freeman wanted to do, the only thing to think about was it worth it going for it on that pitch? Because the pitch was technically out of the zone, but Gordon knew he could crush it, but he wanted to know if the coach was going to penalize him for chasing, but, well, as it turns out, it doesn't matter, because it's a home run. The pitch is a little bit high, but Gordon Freeman can handle a pitch anywhere in or around the zone, so...
I would guess that he would have considered himself fortunate not to have
And
his cleanup hitter.
bat gets stuck again.
I don't think he's feeling too fortunate now because this ball was absolutely crushed.
We may have to change that home run swing since the bat keeps getting stuck in
Mike O'Neill ready to go
what I can
here
only
as we
describe
begin
as an
the
invisible
third.
ant farm behind home plate. It's like Gordon Freeman has an umbrella stand back there.
Now a ball lined toward right center. Base hit.
Well, Gordon Freeman does well to prevent the double, ranging over to his right to make the play.
That average that was up around 300, it's all the way down into the 270s here to start the ball game. But
Well,
he's
whose fault
starting to
is
show
that?
signs of coming around, and that was a good swing there.
Was a good swing. Gordon Freeman absolutely robbing extra bases.
Gordon Freeman will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
So now 2 on, 2 out. You're gonna throw that pitch again for the 3-2.
First offering on the way.
Well, I mean, that's not going to fool Gordon Freeman. You can see that pitch coming right out of your hand. The only chance of getting a strike there is if you've got the umpire in your back pocket.
The 1-0 pitch.
I mean, again, not exactly sure what you're looking for here. You're trying to get Gordon Freeman to chase because you know he's not going to chase. He's only going to chase when he knows he's going to hit a home run.
Here's the 2-0. And he just gets a piece.
Wow, that pitch just died on its way to home plate. It lost like 5 miles per hour, about 2 feet before the plate, so...
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball pretty well.
Well, that's just a little bit... It was just a little bit too high, but Gordon Freeman was that close to a 3-run homer.
Threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
You know, you can't put a home run every single time you get to the plate, Gordon. I mean, you were that close. You can't see me, but I'm holding my forefinger right next to my thumb, and it's about 3 millimeters away. They're about 3 millimeters away from each other, indicating just how close it was.
Vaughn Bryan will dig in. He drove a run with the sacrifice fly his first time.
I don't think we're gonna have too much problems here. This guy lives to hit fly balls, it seems. Unfortunately for him, no one's on third, so...
Now he turns on fastball here and sends it to deep right field.
Easy again. Poor reaction. What game are you watching?
So they breeze through this half of the inning. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5
question is, before Gordon Freeman gets up, can the other Freeman actually get on base, giving Gordon a chance to tie the ball game? The answer is no.
Gordon Freeman will stand in here.
We're just going to get another look at this home run again. It was not spectacular.
Back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling.
He sheathes the weapon behind home plate and just glides around the bases. Excuse me. So he's throwing a slider and a changeup.
Here's the first pitch.
So. Again, you threw it again, and Gordon Freeman made you pay again. How many times are you going to throw that pitch before Gordon Freeman has to slap you silly before you realize that you shouldn't throw it? And we'll just go back and collect the sheeted bat at home plate. There it is, just waiting for collection. But I mean, this is just ridiculous now. What did you think was going to happen?
How can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go.
Well, of course he did. As soon as he threw the pitch, he realized his mistake. That's just an error in judgment. You can't throw that pitch, not against Gordon Freeman. And Gordon Freeman can punish you on any pitch, but I mean, you might as well have handed the home run to him there. And Midland now ties the game behind Gordon Freeman's 2 home runs. That's exactly what I expected. So now we got a tie ball game in the 7th inning.
Hammered the other way to deep right field.
It wasn't quite Gordon Freeman hammered though, so
but he's going to haul this one in
easy again.
He winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 1 out. That's how you want to start an inning, when you're already over 90 pitches for the ball.
Now, you know, if you can't hit a home run to right field, Gordon Freeman has smoked 2 home runs dead center. He's got another chance here. The Cardinals are up again.
Freeman stand in with 2 home runs already under his belt in this one.
I need to check something real quick. So, Gordon Freeman is officially a pull hitter. What has this guy got? A sinker, slider, and a 2-seam fastball. This guy needs to be careful with that 2-seamer, otherwise it'll be a tie game again. Well, I'm not exactly sure what that was meant to be. I'm sure his interesting pitching motion is meant to throw off Gordon Freeman, but that's just not going to work.
The next pitch.
Well, again, I mean, you're trying to disguise your pitch, it's just not working. This is Gordon Freeman after all.
He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Well, it's Gordon Freeman. I don't really think you need to tell him that. That entire zone is red except for the top left corner. This is a guy who knows how to hit the ball.
Count, the pitch. 3-0 now. When
I mean, Gordon Freeman was tempted, but he knew that was ball 3, so he said, I'll let it go, and that means I'll get an even better pitch here. So what do you got for me now? Home run number 3, that's what I'm thinking.
Now the 3-0 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short.
Just a little inside.
Throw on to first in
So
time,
unfortunately Freeman won't get a hit here.
You know, this guy's been a savior out of the bullpen for this team so far this season. His ERA is under 2 coming into play, and he gets the first man to greet him right here.
The pitcher got lucky that Gordon Freeman just tried to do a little bit too much.
Will stride in again, and before he takes his cut
Another
here,
look at his second home run.
Number 6. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'll stand in here looking for number 3.
And just look at that, absolutely beautiful. Damn near hit the pillar. Alright, so it's a tie ball game. We're at the bottom of the 10, so we could end the game here in walk-off fashion. Curveball, change up. Oh, you got lucky. Oh no, it went through him. And he's going to third. He's going to make the third. Can you buy my Chris Rusin for 42? Oh, I don't play Diamond Dynasty, so I'm not going to be buying any players, unfortunately. So, I'd like to help you out, really I would. And Lord knows Gordon Freeman is a generous guy, but you can't be throwing away stubs on items I'm just flat out not going to use, so I'm sorry, man. No, I cannot. Thanks for checking out the stream, though. Gordon Freeman sure appreciates it. So Gordon Freeman able to move that guy up to third. All we need is any form of hard hit ball. And after all the training sessions that Gordon Freeman has run with this team, you think one of them will be capable of just hitting the ball. I don't care where it goes, just anywhere. So long as it's not right at either short, stopper, second base. Are you kidding me? Ball 2? Really? It was about 62 feet above the strike zone. I was going to plonk the catcher in the head if he didn't catch it. And you're going to call that a strike, really? You understand it's not Gordon Freeman at the plate. Gordon Freeman has already hit his double.
Now the 1-2 pitch.
Strike 3 in the clutch. And Matt Olson strikes out. Nicely done. This is what I think the coach really needs to do is he needs to pinch hit for Gordon Freeman. Sorry, pinch run for Gordon Freeman and then use Gordon Freeman as a pinch hitter right after he's gone. Because that's the only way that we're going to get this run home. Will it get down? No. See, that's the pitch, that's the hit he needed from Matt Olson, but he was not able to deliver. So the game will continue. And if the Rockhounds lose this game after all that Gordon Freeman has done, well then someone needs to answer. Someone needs to answer for that. And they did indeed lose it. I mean, what do you want from Gordon Freeman? 2 home runs, 3 hits. What do you want? So we're gonna go edit that home run swing now, because that the bat keeps getting stuck in quicksand behind home plate every time he attempts to throw it. So 5-game hitting streak. Well, I mean, were any of us expecting any less? Alright, where is it? Home run. So that's what's supposed to happen, but the bat keeps getting stuck. Alright. Nah, that's no good. All we need is the bat to not get stuck, so... There we go. That'll do. Congratulations, you've been called up to the AAA Sounds. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, are you? So we're playing for Nashville now.
The weekend is almost here, and some great series are ahead. But
So
before we get there, we'll go back to Thursday's action to see how it shook out. Starting in the AL West, the A's were in Canada to battle the Jays.
As expected.
And it was the Athletics who came out on top.
There we go. So we're going up against the Iowa Cubs in this one. The Nashville Sounds, I mean, they were getting ready for Gordon Freeman, so they're at 75 and 54. I mean, they knew he was coming up, so they said, look, this guy Gordon Freeman, he's gonna be here sooner rather than later, so we gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape for when he arrives. And they're gonna be the beneficiaries of Gordon Freeman's wisdom and superb hitting and fielding abilities. 46 again. So here we go.
And welcome back, everybody. Matt Vasgersian prepping you for tonight's AAA PCL action. But before we get to the ball game, let's have a look at the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Gordon Freeman will be our man to watch, and he'll join the AAA squad as an injury replacement. Not only that, but he'll be starting today as well.
Yeah, he's got to look at it like he's not just merely a warm body to use off the bench. He's got to see it as an opportunity to show the organization what he can do. He might make it impossible for them to keep him down. And then you never know what can happen. Before you know it, he could be playing in the show. And that's how this business works. If you play well and help a team win, they're going to find a spot for you.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming
I mean,
up next.
you can call it replacing an injured player, but really Nashville have just been trying to get this guy injured for the past 6 weeks so they could call Gordon Freeman up. Now we supposedly have 3 viewers. Thank you very much for watching the life and times of Gordon Freeman. We have now been called up to AAA, playing for Nashville, and well, I mean, really, the team is just going to go on to great heights from here. AAA championships are in this team's immediate future, assuming Gordon Freeman isn't called up to the majors before then. And Gordon Freeman batting cleanup. Look at that. My God, there's some recognizable players playing for these Cubs, which just sucks for them. An ERA of 2.66, no problem. Gordon Freeman again, here we go.
Gordon Freeman will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first.
This guy's throwing slider and a changeup, so let's see what he's got. AAA pitching, here we go.
First pitch. There's a strike at
well, that's when I curved its way back over the plate, but Gordon Freeman is never going to hit that. I mean, there's not much you can do with that pitch.
To make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
That last win gets
so now, let's get serious. That was a nice first pitch. You've got yourself ahead in the count, but what are you actually going to do?
Comes set, now the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better
really?
of it now. It's strike 2.
I don't really think that was in the strike zone. I mean, Gordon Freeman held up. Alright, so we're now down 0-2 thanks to some bad umpiring, so we've got to be a bit careful here.
He's set, now the pitch. And this is going to be a
well, I mean, that looks like ball 1, but I mean, with this umpire, you can't be sure if that wasn't to call a strike, so can't take any chances. Well, that's just a very bad pitch. You're never going to get Gordon Freeman to chase on that, so we're now back to a good spot here.
He's ready, now the pitch. And he just manages to stay
again,
alive here as he fights this
Gordon
one
Freeman
foul.
making contact, making him throw a lot of pitches. What are you going to do?
Again, a 1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
Once again, just making it difficult on the pitcher now. And believe me, it's the pitcher under pressure here. He's got to make the out. Gordon Freeman is a very tough out.
Now another 1-2.
Well, I mean, he clearly held up what? Really? You really think he went round? I mean, that was as clear as day that he held up. The ball was out of the zone, so Gordon Freeman didn't swing. I mean, that was clear as day. Well, Gordon Freeman gets screwed on his first. Well, clearly, they're just as jealous in AAA as they are in AA.
Set down on strikes his first time.
This is the infamous Javier Baez. I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't look like much. Certainly not when compared to Gordon Freeman.
Now here's the ball hit sharply.
And he is able to get that in, so he didn't want any part of Gordon Freeman in right field, so he figures it better shorten that swing up a little bit.
He goes for the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning. But this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on
Thankfully, Gordon Freeman was there to stop that runner going to third. Alright, so now we're down 2-0, but Gordon Freeman's up again with a man at third base. So our first RBI in AAA's approaching here. So, I mean, let's see what this guy's got. Slider and changeup.
Here's the first offering. And he just gets a piece there as this is
apparently Gordon Freeman was ahead of that pitch. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I mean, it looked as if he made good contact. Must have swerved right at the end.
Now, the pitch. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting
wow.
the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a
strike
anyway,
two.
Now.
And now this
well,
is
Gordon
where
Freeman's just not getting the benefit of any calls here.
You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next two pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
That's so bad. That's just bad officiating.
From the stretch. A little bit
well,
off
it's just
the
a bad
outside.
pitch, so we don't worry about that. It's an easy take.
It's so easy to get caught reaching on that pitch.
Well, Gordon Freeman doesn't get caught reaching on anything. He's occasionally the victim of some bad officiating, no doubt. As he was on strike 2.
The 1-2.
And there is the RBI.
And that's through into
no
left
problem.
And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1
First hit in
now.
AAA, first
RBI.
RBI,
Guys, he just
no
tallied
problem.
His first hit in AAA. A nice moment as we see the ball being tossed into the dugout there.
It's only a matter of time.
That's very exciting for him, no doubt about it. No, but as a minor leaguer, your goal is to be a major leaguer. So while he'll take this knock, he's got to keep his eye on the ultimate prize, the show.
Well, believe me, the show's got his eyes on him.
Wendell will stride in again.
It's only a matter of time.
Swinging his first time.
So, and now the question is Gordon Freeman going to steal that base? At some point he's going to take the base. It's inevitable. The pitcher needs to realize that and just move on. Well, I mean, that's a terrible pitch. It's a pitch in the dirt, and he really can't go for that, but he's able to fool Gordon's teammate here. So now, realize what is he going to throw on 0-1? Is it going to be anywhere near the zone? It doesn't matter because Gordon Freeman's taking the base. Easy peasy.
Boy, that's a good jump right there this time. I think he had this one stolen even if the throw is on target.
Well, Gordon Freeman just proving that he's dominating already.
That took away any chance of throwing him out.
So now you've got Gordon Freeman, not just a runner, Gordon Freeman in scoring position here.
Ready now on 1-1.
No outs.
1-2 now as that's
he didn't swing at that.
He took second fairly easily. And
looked like an easy pitch, but you know, whatever.
I don't think so. You got a good hitter at the plate. A single is
well, supposedly we've got a good hitter at the plate. Can't really.
A runner at second, nobody
He's gonna let that pitch go. Then I don't know how much we can trust this guy.
Here comes a 1-2, and a bouncing ball.
Well, I was able to make contact, but what we're really looking for is to get Gordon Freeman home here. Is the ideal scenario. Now, I know Gordon Freeman hasn't been up here long enough to start preaching the tenets of Freeman just yet. But I mean, you know, the DVD box set collection is out there, so one would assume that the Nashville Sounds have at least 3 copies in their library. So they really should know. They should know it inside and out anyway.
Just does stay alive as this is fouled back.
So now, Wendell, it's all up to you to prove that you can be a disciple of Freeman. Get him home from second base.
Here now the 2-2. Look out. Don't want
Takes
to hit
ball 3 easily enough.
3-2.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point.
Well, I think the real problem is Gordon Freeman. He hasn't had to deal with anything the likes of Freeman before. And he's out of sorts right now.
And he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he
foul that off once again. It's not the hit we're looking for, but the at-bat is still going on, and he's still got a throw in the pitch. Wendell proving that he can be a disciple right here, right now. Well, until he did that, that was a pretty bad swing. That's the exact opposite of the patience that Gordon Freeman preaches. That was ball 4, you didn't even have to think about that, but no. He decided, I'm going to make this hard on my new pal, Gordon.
Get you out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. He's was able to accomplish both of those tasks.
So now, let's see what we've got here.
Box, number 9.
Gordon Freeman is still at second base with only 1 out.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
I don't think so. The pitch was clearly outside of the zone. Any child with drawing it with a crayon could see that. So I don't really know why he's upset.
This one's a strike. It's
Well, I mean, that pitch is in the exact same position. I fail to understand why it's 1-1 right now. I mean, he held up on the pitch as he should have. It was out of the zone. Bad calls are a part of baseball, it seems.
The 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's
well, I mean, now it's just a matter of seeing if the pitcher can actually throw anything. Well, that's just low. There's no getting around it. No one can call that a strike. I need to see Gordon Freeman staring daggers at the pitcher right now, and the pitcher knows it. Excuse me, glancing back at Gordon every time he goes to throw the ball. I was right down the middle. Actually, you should have swung on that. That's a home run waiting to happen. I'm going to zoom in. We're just going to see just how frightened that pitcher is. Just look at that face. He's terrified. He doesn't know what to think. Another glance again. He has no idea what to think.
As a hitter, when you're not catching up to the fastball,
that ball is out of the zone. That's an easy ball. He doesn't take it. He decides he wants to be a hero. That's at the shoulders. I'm not exactly sure what you saw there. I mean, Gordon Freeman can hit that, but no one else can.
It's more mental than it is physical.
That pitcher's still terrified.
Into the box now, number 67. As he'll take a look at a
Strike
slider
1.
here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Trying to see if he can work a good pitch. Rob Schneider. Interesting. Well, let's see if he's got what it takes to be on the same level as Gordon Freeman.
And a step
Whoops.
off. Runner goes for third.
Gordon Freeman was just slightly behind there.
Very careless that time to get caught way out there with 2 gone, and the inning is now over. To the bottom of inning number 4
Gordon
we go.
Freeman, he was a little bit
Icons
antsy
are
trying
out
to steal
front,
that base.
2-1.
The pitcher just outweighted him. Touche, pitcher, touche. Gordon Freeman will be back.
Mike Baxter will try it again.
So he's got a home run here. Well, he's not going to get one here. The reason he's got a home run is because he didn't hit it to right field. I know for a fact he didn't hit it to right field because I've got all the fielding opportunities set to all. Well, I mean, he's just so terrified of Gordon Freeman that he just pops it up to first base. So that's just the presence of Freeman right now.
This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it, popping it straight up.
Just setting my chat back up again. There we go. So, some more fielding.
Mike Old will stand in. Called out on strikes his last time.
Well, let's see what we got now. We're down 3-1 here, but I mean, with Gordon Freeman out in right field,
From the belt, Runner goes for second, and the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to
easy.
right. Freeman is there.
Makes the catch, and that's the end of the inning.
So
I mean, if you really thought that was going to fool Gordon Freeman, then you really need to think again.
We played 4 full. Iowa leads it.
That was just foolish thinking that Gordon Freeman was going to be fooled or even beaten. Gordon Freeman only gets beaten when I mean, you pretty much have to cheat in order to get the ball past him.
Grounded out his last time through.
At least this coach doesn't feel like telling Gordon to play shallow, which I mean never really worked at all.
Here's the 2-2 offering. Taken the other way, but this should be
easy. Gordon Freeman goes the wrong way just to make it more difficult on himself.
Settle under it to make the play
but I mean, it's an easy catch.
The runner will have to head back to first.
And Gordon Freeman proving he belongs. Not only does he belong, but that he's going to excel. Well, now Gordon Freeman's got a real chance here.
Now and a great RBI chance here with runners at the corners.
And these opportunities have been few and far between so far.
This would be an ideal scenario for the first home run in AAA. which is always on the table when Gordon Freeman steps up to the plate. So let's see what we've got here. Same pitcher still out there, and Gordon Freeman certainly owes him one. Slider and a changeup. Let's see what he's got.
Now here's the first pitch.
Well, that was absolutely smoked. But yet somehow just managed to swerve its way back to the pitcher, back to the right fielder. Still, the RBI is going to come in, and Gordon Freeman is once again going to get a run home.
Two jobs to do there. One, get that run home from third, and two, stay out of the double play. He did his job.
Well, now Gordon Freeman can tie it all on his own here.
Gordon Freeman will dig in 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game.
So now, clearly the right fielder that last time had the ball in a yo-yo was able to yank that in, but doesn't matter. Slider and changeup here.
First pitch.
Ooh, you got away with position there. Gordon Freeman had decided he was gonna take that pitch, but you got away with one. Because Gordon Freeman decided to hit that, this was a tie ball game.
Now here's the pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball
Well, no, some superhuman speed to get to that ball. That looked like a surefire single.
Just so late on that fastball, and you're not too surprised about that when you're facing a reliever that throws as hard as this guy does.
Well, that wasn't really the issue. The issue was the first baseman warping over that ball. And really, I mean, that should have been a home run on the previous pitch, but Gordon had already decided not to swing, so... Well, Gordon Freeman has a highly successful AAA debut. 2 RBI, gets his first hit, and then some expert fielding again. And the fact this guy got man of the match is preposterous. Gordon Freeman's coming for you, buddy. So that's going to do it for today. We've been going maybe just under an hour, so we're going to call it a AAA, but we're going to leave it for now. We won't be streaming tomorrow because I'm not here. Probably won't be streaming later either, but one can never know in this dark and twisted world just what you're going to do next. But, Gordon Freeman is now up with AAA, and now the last stop towards the show. But anyway, so long. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya. Eventually. There we go.